We're live from Chevy Chase.
Welcome back. It's now time for our Couch Convo. And today we're learning about the work of a death doula. And we're joined by Lauren Hunter-Smith, and she's better known as the Bluegrass Death Doula. So she specializes in end-of-life navigation, support, and celebration. Welcome to the show, Lauren.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I just finished a book a couple of months ago called The Book of Two Ways by Jodi Picoult.
Okay.
And the main character in that, she was a death doula. I had never heard of this before. So explain to everybody what a death doula does.
So you might be familiar with the term doula, and that's just an ancient Greek word. It means a woman who provides services. Most doulas you encounter are birth doulas.
Yes.
Traditionally speaking, as birth doulas aged out, they became death doulas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, or
Very
people that help
interesting.
people at the end of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, explain how you got involved, because I don't think there is a degree at the University of Kentucky where you can go become this, right?
No,
So,
there's not. But,
Yeah, why did you decide this?
It was during the pandemic. I just got really interested in green burial and found out we didn't have a facility in Kentucky. I was laid off. I got a scholarship to a doula program, and it's
So there are programs out there.
Oh yeah, and
Okay.
even like the difference from when I started to now is it's exponential. It's something that's really, really growing.
Right. And so you're all about helping people navigate the end-of-life situation. And we're so hesitant to talk about death. It's so uncomfortable. We don't even want to think about it. But really, it's an act of service to yourself and to your loved ones. And you help with things such as, give us some examples.
So we always start with advanced care directives, which are your medical directives if you can't answer for yourself. That's always the first thing. We get you legally protected. From there, we do legacy projects, which are where you kind of control how people remember you. So yours might be like a bunch of segments from your show, and you might show that at a theater.
Oh,
or
that's
something.
interesting. So it can be like a scrapbook?
Yeah, it can
Or
be
a
anything you want.
PowerPoint
I
show.
had a
Okay.
professor who did a final lecture. I've done art shows, all sorts of
love
stuff.
this.
So
Wow.
might be a
Okay.
cookbook, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's just so people have something to remember you
A
with.
video to your family?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love
We
that.
love letters, so just a few letters to your closest people to hand out. From there, I do vigil services, which is where I show families how to care for a dying person and what death kind of looks like.
Right.
Death is not the same as life, so it can be sort of upsetting, sort of off-putting, but
Absolutely.
when you're prepared, you can do a little bit better.
Right.
With funeral planning, I just focus on what is authentic to you, what feels like you.
Yeah.
So when we do have a funeral or memorial, your people feel like they've said goodbye to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like funerals are changing, the traditional
time.
form of funeral changing. I don't want to have a traditional funeral. I want to have a party. I want to
that's
have
great.
a celebration. So do you help set those types of things up?
Absolutely, and I really encourage people to do it before the time comes. You know, if you have a long-term illness, if you're getting towards the end of life, go ahead and have it. Get that last hug, have that last goodbye. There's no reason not to.
So a living funeral, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
while you're still there, and then you could hear
Yeah.
all the accolades
Yeah,
from
then
your
you get to be the
friends.
queen and be like, tell me why you love me.
This sounds better and better by the minute.
Fantastic, yeah. And a lot of people are turning away from the traditional burial. Instead of being in a coffin, under the ground, with a tombstone, what are other ways that people are disposing of the body?
Right, so we have a huge variety of things, which I don't think people even really realize. So
Right.
we have our conventional burial, which is 6 feet under, steel coffin, all that good stuff.
Right.
Then we have cremation, which is by far our largest rising
Yes.
form of disposition right now. It's really cost effective. It's easier to deal with. We also have green burial, which is what I like to refer to as traditional burial. With a green burial, we're going to optimize decomposition. So we're only going to bury you at 3.5 feet, so you're still exchanging oxygen with the surface. We use a
Interesting.
biodegradable container, no embalming. It's just a little bit more gentle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But sea burial, aquamation, which is very similar to cremation, but uses water. I mean, yeah,
There's so many
tons of
things
options.
out there that
There's
people
so
don't know
many.
about. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I know as part of your services too, you offer something called sound therapy. Explain what that is.
So I play crystal singing bowls, and I will come play them for you, but you can also just get on Spotify or whatever and find a recording you like and play it for yourself. But the tone of those bowls is the same tone that we hear like in the forest and nature. So your brain just sort of stops focusing on all the rigmarole and just sort of relaxes and is looking at the
Wow.
environment around you. people fall asleep all the time.
Yeah.
I always think that's a great compliment when, you fall asleep with a stranger in your house.
Right, yes. And so that'd be good for someone who's experiencing a lot of pain at the end of their lives.
Absolutely, or even your family. It's
Right.
hard to be a caretaker, so
Yes.
it's nice when we can take care of everybody at the same time, and sound therapy
Yes.
certainly falls
Right.
into that.
So you're having an event coming up at Rock House Brewing next week. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so next Wednesday at 7 p.m. I'll be doing what I call the origins of spooky season.
Tis the season, right?
Tis the season,
Yeah.
and what we can learn from it. So this time of year, there's tons of holidays. We have obviously Halloween, Day of the Dead, All Souls Day, Samhain. We have tons of things that happen this time of year.
Right.
But what's really cool about that is they're all kind of honest and upfront with death. And so there's a lot we can learn culturally from that. So I'll talk about the origins of all those holidays and then what we can take away from it and what we can do better ourselves.
That's neat. So when is that? What are the details on that?
So it's 7 p.m. at Rock House Brewing. I've done it last year. It was super fun.
Fun.
It's nice that people can have a drink or two and relax a little bit.
Yes, yeah. We need to take the stigma out of talking about these
Right.
difficult
And if
subjects.
pumpkins make you feel better, let's get some pumpkins.
I'm all for it, Lauren.
Well, Lauren, you're awesome. So I had no expectations for today other than I thought you were going to come in wearing black. I don't know why I thought this. You look beautiful. You have
Thank
such a
you.
positive soul. I can see why you're so helpful to people.
Yes.
So how can people find you if they need some help?
So you can just email me, give me a call. I have a website. We always start with a 15-minute consultation. That's free. You just give me a call. We talk about what you have and what you need and go from there.
Well, thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
All the information is up on the screen.